Todd, can you play that again?
I don't wanna. I wanna.
It's impact.
I want you to touch that. That sling in the back of my.
Can you play that again?
Beat it up, beat it up, if you catch it, beat it up, beat it up, beat it up, if you catch it, beat it up, I want 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 you to touch that, beat it up,
Ladies, booty bounce to this.
beat it up, 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 beat it up. What's good, prima donnas? Back again today with another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys how I got this bomb ass makeup look right here. Today I actually was not even gonna film. Today was my day off. I did not have it in my schedule to film, but the good thing about doing what you love to do is that this doesn't feel like work to me. It feels more like playtime. Today I was like, you know what, I want to play today. I want to get creative. I want to dive into some color and also try out a new palette, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, in today's video I am going to be using the new KARABEAUTY Dreamscape palette. I talked about KARABEAUTY so many times on my channel before, and like honestly their brand is so lit. Like the High Times collection, they killed that. The bikini collection, they killed that. So I was super excited to see what they were going to come out next. And of course, they did not disappoint. They gave us this Dreamscape palette. Honestly stunning. It is super reflective and just gorgeous. But ooh girl, wait till you see the inside. So when you open up the palette, this is what she looks like. As you guys can see, she is full with a lot of fun eye-catching colors, and this palette is definitely gonna take you out of your comfort zone, because I would have not thought to mix these three colors together, and they just look so beautiful together that I was just like, yes, like I'm here for this. Trying a new eyeshadow palette, especially with a color scheme that is not in your comfort zone, definitely pushes your artistry. So I'm super excited about that. Also, along with the palette, they did launch a matching brush set. So this is the Dreamscape brush set. It does come with 5 brushes. I did use the brushes in today's video as well. I didn't really get to use the bigger fluffy brushes, but oh my god, you guys, that second brush right there packs on color so good into your crease. Like I can already tell this is gonna be one of my favorite brushes. I believe this palette is only like $20, $21. I'm not even sure, you guys. And as you can see, the pigment is unreal. Like KARABEAUTY, their formula, amazing. So as you guys know, I am an affiliate with KARABEAUTY, so I do earn commission if you guys do use my coupon code. So if you guys, you know, want to support your girl, then definitely check out my coupon code. And of course, if you guys want to save some money. So being that KARABEAUTY is kind of somewhat affordable, I wanted to keep all of the products that I used in today's look somewhat kind of like in the same price range, nothing like too crazy expensive, if you get me. So everything in today's look is affordable. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, then you already know what to do. Definitely keep on watching, and before you go, definitely hit that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss out on any of my uploads, because we popping over here. Okay, so yeah, thank you all for watching, and until next time guys, bye. Alright beauties, jumping into voiceover. The brows are already on to save us some time, and ooh girl, them brows is looking good today, honey. So first things first, of course, this is no surprise. Like every other eye look, we're starting off with the Plouise base. Now if you've seen my favorites video, you know why it's chewed up, but we gonna use her anyway. Okay, so yeah, this one is in the shade Rumor 2, which is a really nice skin tone type of color, and I really like it because it gives me a nice blank canvas for my eyeshadow. And if you guys have never tried the Plouise base, girl, you're missing out, because these are amazing. They ensure that your eyeshadow is super pigmented and it does not crease. So as you guys can see, I am using tapping motions to blend out that base. You do not want to swipe, you want to just pat it in, that way you do not move the base and it's nice and pigmented. So now moving to the Dreamscape palette, and looking at her on camera, you guys, she is honestly stunning. So just imagine seeing this palette in person, you guys. Like I literally gagged when I opened it. And also KARABEAUTY did decide to give this collection a matching brush set as well. If you guys want to check out the brush set, it does come with 5 brushes, and they're nice and ombre. They're really nice quality and super soft. So this is my first time trying brushes from KARABEAUTY. So the first shade I'm gonna go into is the shade Voyager, which is a really deep purple. And girl, one thing I will say about this palette is that the purples are amazing. And if you know, like eyeshadow palettes and things like that, purples can be a little bit trickier, especially when the brand is a little bit more affordable. colors like this I tend to stay away from because they're not so pigmented, but KARABEAUTY, like I said, does not disappoint. So I'm taking that on a very small kind of like pencil brush just to get that color packed on into the crease. And as you guys seen, I did take all of the excess off on my hand, and now I'm going to start the blending process. So yeah, we are doing a cut crease in today's look, so I'm starting off first with the deeper shades. So now moving on to one of the brushes from the brush set, and I'm picking up the shade Wishes, which is a really pretty lavender shade. And girl, I was so impressed with this one little brush right here, you guys. If you do cut creases and you know that you need kind of like a really small but yet blending brush, this is that brush for you, you guys. It's small, but it does have fluff to it where it's gonna blend at the same time, and it's just the perfect size, you guys. Like, I literally was looking for this brush, and I'm so happy that I got it finally. So now I'm picking up that lighter pinky purple, and this one is in the shade Go With The Flow, and this shade is beautiful, you guys. It looks really, really light, but it does transition really, really nicely. So as you guys can see, now I'm taking this one on a big fluffy brush. So I don't know if you guys can see the deeper shades. We're starting with smaller brushes, and as we're working up to the lighter shades, we're taking bigger brushes. So that's kind of like the technique that we're doing in today's look. And of course, you want to go back in and make sure every color is nice and intense. So now that you got your transition and your crease all popping, now it's time to cut that crease. So I'm going back in with the plouise base, and of course my favorite brush. This is from the Rose Gold collection from BH Cosmetics. This is the number 6 brush, I believe, and it's just super flat. Now to start my cut crease, as you guys can see, I did just look straight forward into the mirror, and I did 2 little markings. So I like to mark right above my eyelid nowadays, because now that I'm getting older, I told you guys my eyelids are starting to become a little bit hooded. So when my eyes are open, you can't necessarily see the crease and it gets lost. So I like to just bring my lid a little bit up. So I give the illusion that I have a bigger eyelid. That way when my eyes are open, you can still see all of my hard work. So if you guys have that same problem, I recommend to just do the little markings first before you go in and cut the crease. And instead of swiping, I recommend tapping. So as you guys can see, I just tap, 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 and that's how I get a really straight line. And girl, that crease is cut, bitch. So now I'm going in with that lime green, which is the shade Emeralds in Water. Oh my god, it has such a beautiful name for such a pretty shade. And at first I was going in with the flat brush from the brush sets, but it kind of wasn't cutting it for me. So I did just go in with one of my own brushes from Vanity Planet that I love to use to pack on for my eyeshadow onto my eyelid. And girl, this green, I'm not gonna lie, it's very light, so you definitely have to pack it on. And I did go in with a smaller brush just to get right up into that crease, because I don't want it to fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? And of course I had to use the green. Y'all know green is my favorite color. But anyway, now moving on to the shade Reflections, which is just a gorgeous teal color, you guys. This color is not blue, it's like an aqua greenish blue. It's so beautiful. I definitely want to do another look with just like the greenish blues, because this palette has some really nice undertones. But yeah, as you guys can see, I am taking a fluffy brush, but this one is a bit angled, and I'm kind of like stamping it in a wing shape, and that's how I created that kind of like outer corner type of wing. And girl, I felt like this whole color combination just looked so fire. Like, I was just so here for this. Oh my god, so this is one of my favorite parts. So now I'm taking the shade Crystal Clear, and I'm actually gonna blend out the wing just so it looks kind of like explosion, like diffused, blown out. And I'm just blowing that out right underneath that teal shade that we used. And girl, look at how that gradually fades. Like, that just looks so lit. But yeah, now for a poppin' ass inner corner, because we can't forget that, I'm taking the shade Dazzling Light, which is a really pretty reflective, like light pink shade. And girl, it just tied in the whole look together. And the inner corner shade, as well as my brow bone, was literally beaming from across the room. So for my brow bone, I did take Light Pearls, which is the whiter type of shimmer shade, just to add some lift to the brows. Now I do want to quickly take the KARABEAUTY. This is their liquid eyeliner pen, and bitch, if you have not tried this, girl, if you go on the site, do not skip out on this eyeliner. I'm telling you, it is amazing. And y'all know I really don't fuck with these liner pens, felt tip pens, but this one is honestly really, really good, you guys. It honestly works just like a liquid liner. I love it, and it's super sharp. So I did quickly just tight line, and I'm just gonna pop on my lashes. These are the Jolie lashes in the style Speechless. Now this is expectations on how you think I act when I kill a look, but this is how I really act when I slay a look, okay? I turned into such a bird. I almost fucked up my whole bun. But yeah, you guys, I'm gassed, okay? You gotta hype up your own work, because if not, who will? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I am my #1 biggest fan in this bitch, period. So anyway, moving on to my Juno & Co. Moonshine Cream. This is my shit, you guys. I talked about this in my favorites as well. So this is pretty much a moisturizer and a primer in one, you guys. It's gonna smooth out your skin just like a primer, but really, really hydrate you and be the perfect canvas underneath makeup. And Juno & Co. was so kind to give us a coupon code, okay? So if you guys want to check this out, like I say, like always, definitely check out the description box. All of my coupon codes are down there. Anyway, moving on to my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, only so that way this makeup does not budge or move. I want this shit to stay intact. And now moving on to this dynamic duo that I just discovered. So for foundation, I'm taking the Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation with the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation. So I accidentally picked up the Matte and Poreless foundation in the Fit Me because I love the dewy one, but when I discovered it, I love the fact that it actually really looks super smooth and poreless. But you guys know I hate a matte finish, so the other day I just mixed a little bit of the Wet n Wild with it, and bitch, I gagged. Look at that finish, you guys. It was amazing. So I had to show you guys the combo in this video because I've been wearing this combo honestly like for 4 times now, and I am hooked on it. It just looks so natural and so pretty. And girl, like, I just put you on, okay? So I forgot to show you guys this product, but of course you already know this. This is my Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Abidjan. Girl, look at me pronouncing it right, okay? Well, hopefully I am, because if not, I'm just sound dumb as fuck. But yeah, I did quickly cream contour, and now moving on to concealer, of course, the OG e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. This is the shit, you guys. I have mine in the shade Medium Peach, and it's e.l.f. like I mentioned, so it's super affordable. So now that I have my concealer sitting, I'm going to open up my powder. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Set powder, and I've been loving this powder, you guys. So I have mine in the shade Light, and I am now just gonna blend out my concealer with the same beauty sponge that I used to blend out my foundation, which is also from e.l.f. This is their Total Face Sponge, and I literally swear by this sponge, you guys. Like, I honestly feel like this is the best sponge, period. Like, honestly, because it's from the drugstore, it's cheap, and it's just so good. So as you guys can see, I am running my concealer down on the sides of my nose just to give it a nice snatch, and also lifting the concealer up right alongside of that wing, just so that everything is nice and lifted. This is the part where you want to really make your features stand out, as well as the contour. Make sure that it's going upwards. You want everything to not droop down. Everything needs to be nice and up and snatched. And as you guys can see, I am now taking the same sponge, and I just dip it into the powder, and I just press right where my concealer is. And I do not bake, you guys, so I literally just like to take a nice decent amount of powder just to make sure that concealer is nice and set. And as you can see, I just push the powder right into my under eye. Because I didn't have kind of like an affordable powder, I just used that powder to set my whole entire face. And now moving on to bronzer. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, you guys. I really enjoy this bronzer. It is very smooth, you guys. That's what I love about it, and it's nice and warm. You guys know I love my warm tone bronzers. I hate a ashy gray bronzer, you guys. I love for my bronzer to make me look sun-kissed, alive, and more like youthful with some color, you know, because foundation can really tend to wash you out. So I like to bring the color back into my face. And I told you guys I've been practicing my nose contour, and I really feel like I am getting the hang of it. I'm dumb gassed. So I have 2 blushes. I have the e.l.f. one and the Milani one, but I decided to go in with the Milani one because the e.l.f. one was just a bit too orangey. So yeah, I will leave all of the shade names to all of these products down in the description box because I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I just know that this is the Milani Rose Blush. And onto highlighter. This is the e.l.f. highlighter in the shade White Gold. And girl, this highlighter is blinding. It's super smooth, and it just goes on like butter, you guys. It's not glittery. It's just nice and reflective. I just love it. So now going back into the eyes, I have 2 eyeliners here to share with you guys. So one is from the tie-dye pastel collection from ColourPop, and the other one is a LA Girl Neon Shockwave liner. I decided to go in with the ColourPop one just because it was a little bit lighter, so I felt like it was going to make my eyes pop a little bit. But like I said, if you did miss the ColourPop tie-dye collection and you did not get the liner set, like I said, the LA Girl one is like almost identical, so that's just another alternative. So anyway, moving on to our lower lash. line, I'm taking the same teal shade that we used to create the wing, and I'm just going to connect that halfway and also blend that out with the light blue shade as well. Same thing we did to connect the wing. But just to make the lower lash line pop a little bit more, I'm taking the shade Magical Moves, which is a really nice kind of like navy blue shade, and I'm going to just run this right along my lashes on my lower lash line, and it's just going to make that pop. I'm also going to, you know, blend out those harsh edges with my beauty blender, and also take that really pretty shimmery pink, which is Dazzling Lights, in our inner corner, just so that way that really pops. And I like doing this trick on my lower lash line where you put the darker color only halfway and then you put something really shimmery halfway on the inner corner, so it just really opens up the eyes, and I love the way it looks. So anyway, last but not least is the lips. This is the brown lip liner that came in the e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip kits. So it does have two brown shades, a lighter one and a darker one. This is the more lighter one. It doesn't have a shade name. And as far as my liquid lipstick, I totally forgot to show it, but this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo. And as you guys can see, I'm blending that in with a fluffy brush. I use this brush just for my lips because I like the effect of blending out my liquid lipstick with a brush. It just adds a airbrush effect, and it just looks nice and smooth, and it really gets into all of those cracks in your lips. So that's why I like doing that technique. And I've also been cleaning up my lips a bit with the concealer brush just to make them nice and sharp and just on point. So the lips look poppin' matte now that I'm looking at this footage, but I definitely wanted to go in with some gloss. So this gloss is probably the only thing out of this look that is not affordable, because this gloss is from Lunar Beauty, which is Manny MUA's makeup line. And yeah, this is one of their newer glosses. I don't know the shade because this is new, and this is probably like my second time using it, but girl, I am obsessed with this gloss. Like, bitch, look at my reaction. I was just so gassed, like it was so beautiful. But anyway, last but not least is the setting spray. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish Make It Last in the shade Coconut Mango. I love it, you guys. It smells amazing. And of course, I am finishing up with my little mini fan just to make sure my face is nice and dry. And this is pretty much the completed look, you guys, using the new KARABEAUTY Dreamscape palette. I am obsessed. If you guys want to see another look with this palette, I have another look in mind that I'll probably do over on my Instagram. So yeah, definitely check out my Instagram. I'm also doing a giveaway with KARABEAUTY to give away one of these Dreamscape palettes, as well as the brush set and some other goodies. So definitely check out my IG post. And thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye.